On this windy day, we'll be checking out a car that's not afraid to be different. With its exotic fastback style, 136 horsepower mild hybrid engine, this is something that turns a lot of heads. Is it actually something that is worth considering as a daily driver, or is it just a pretty face? At first glance, the 408 GT is very hard to categorize. As you can see, it is not an SUV, not a hatchback, not an estate car. Peugeot likes to call it a fastback. It's definitely got some very bold elements on it, like the sculpted bonnet, the frameless grille design, and the Fang DRL daytime running lights. The side of this car is where it really gets interesting. You can see this curving roof line, which gives it a really bold stance, and these 19-inch alloy rims, which are kind of, it's got a very futuristic design. I like that, equipped with some Michelin tires, and this mirror has got a very nice shape to it. It's kind of like a drop of water, maybe, if you like to call it that. And obviously these bold lines going around the car here as well, and down there. An Easter egg dash detail in this Peugeot is this little kink here around the back of the car, which refers back to a 70s model Peugeot, 60s model Peugeot, my bad, which also had this kink, and this is kind of a signature line on this car, if you like. And coming around the back, this whole wide LED tail light completes the look, along with no windscreen wiper. Modern cars, modern, well, kind of ideas. There are no windscreen wipers, as you can see. It's got some kind of cat-like ears there on the side, and a fully electric tailgate, which opens with the press or click of a button. Inside the boot, there is a lot of space. There is quite a big kink here, so there's a bit of difficulty packing things in and out. You can't just slide it in. I think the space is 537 litres with some elastic bands, some hooks for dog nets. The back of it is bold, aggressive, and honestly, I think it's one of the most unique looking cars on the market today. They've got this new, well, it's not so new anymore, but fairly new Peugeot logo with the big lion in the middle and the GT line. And obviously it's a 408 GT. You can get some bigger engine configurations, you can get some plug-in hybrids and some slightly more powerful cars. This is the least powerful of them all, but soon we will see it still performs pretty well. As I said, it is very windy, so excuse Gabon, who has to hold the bonnet open so it doesn't fly off into the countryside. Anyways, you've got a 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine with the mild hybrid system producing 136 horsepower altogether and 230 newton meters of torque. It gets from 0 to 100 in about 10 seconds, which is not fast, but it's perfectly enough for cruising around in the city. Because of the mild hybrid system, it does get going quite quickly, so that's a very good thing. Out of junctions, roundabouts, and everything of that sort. And it sounds like this. Well, not so crispy. It's pretty average, but I mean, who cares? It sounds nice from the inside. Thank goodness in the back there is no wind. It is absolutely freaking freezing out there today. It was very warm yesterday. It's quite cold today. Anyways, back to the car. In the back, you do get quite a lot of leg room. The seat is very far back, and I do have, well, big long legs, so leg room is fine. It's nothing special. A bit of a critical point is this roof, which obviously slopes down, gives it that really cool fastback look, but it does sacrifice some head space, and you can touch the roof with your head. And I'm quite tall, but if you're even taller, it'll be even more annoying. But I guess that's what you get for having a cool looking car. Seats in the back are a combination of leather and mesh material with some green stitching and even Alcantara in places, also in the front, which is extremely cool. Really like it. I'll show you that in a minute. And this kind of green stitching goes round there on the headrest as well, along with Alcantara here. And this is all leather. Well, fake leather. You do get some leather and some like poison green stitching in the back as well, which gives it a touch of quality, along with electric and automatic windows and this very nice door handle. It's got good solid feeling doors and perfectly sized door bins for maybe, well, like a bottle, maybe some pack of sweets or something of that sort. And you have got a reading light up here, which I'm not too sure why it isn't turning off, but it should do. And a big feature or bonus is some lovely cup holders, along with, I've been told this is a tablet holder for your phone or iPad, as I shall demonstrate now. But it's a bit weird because you'd have to watch the TV like that, and it's not the most comfortable really, is it? So that's that. And then you've got some through loading opportunities here, which is very useful for skiers or people who like to touch the things in their boot. And in the center console, or on the center console, you've got 2 vents that you can control the strength of the air with, and some USB-C charging ports. Also, you will get grabby handles on all 4 corners of the car, some decent, well, kind of behind the driver storage space, and some storage space down here for some little things, as it is not very big. I can barely fit my knuckle in there. In the cockpit, the futuristic vibe keeps on going. You've got obviously keyless entry, brand new car. This is a minimum, which you can put down here in this little storage space. You get some very nicely sized door bins and a lot of buttons here for all the windows and, you know, the usual, along with the green stitching and this kind of, well, like metal looking accents that go all the way around. And I think the main kind of exoticness of this car is a steering wheel, which is a very interesting shape because it's quite small and it's got kind of straight bottom, straight top, which I quite like, to be honest. I think it looks very good. I do prefer a tiny bit bigger size steering wheel because it feels a bit like a toy car, but at the same time I do think it looks really nice. You've got obviously customizable buttons on there for the adaptive cruise control and all sorts, and the GT line or writing or logo there. You've got a totally digital instrument cluster and a 10-inch touchscreen display where you can configure everything. These are all shortcuts, which I think is very useful, and I think more car manufacturers should do that, because in this new world of digitalness, all of these buttons are really hidden and they're quite difficult to access. So I think this is really good that they've got some shortcuts for the most important things that you're going to be using on the screen. It is quite responsive. It's got some nice graphics. They're a bit laggy, but it is nice. Obviously the car isn't turned on now. I'll actually turn it on. You press the start stop buttons there, press the brake, and it is on. And then here you can change all sorts of things on the air conditioning, where to make the air come out of, how warm you want it to be. Obviously it is a tiny bit slow if you go really fast, but it's nothing bad. You've also got heated steering wheel, heated seats, which is gorgeous, and these physical buttons which I like, warning or hazard lights, and some things for the air conditioning. The center console is really well built. It has literally no movability. It's very good, very, very nice. And also the gear selector feels absolutely lovely, to be honest. It's very well built, which I was slightly surprised by, but it was a very, very pleasant surprise because build quality is good. And you can choose the drive modes here between eco, comfort and sport mode, where all the ambient lighting will turn red, and some storage space in there, pretty deep. Wireless charging pad, knob for the volume, and 2 cup holders when you open this little compartment, and an armrest which has double or kind of sided opening, so it's probably the secret to a long marriage. Your wife can still have her hand on the armrest while you faff about in the compartment bit, with a USB-C port and some decent storage down there. Grabby handles for the driver, love it, and this kind of very cool design for the vents, which you have to set the setting for here. It's a tiny bit unusual, and to be honest, if you are driving, it's not easily accessible, so it can be a pain, but it does look very good, along with this green stitching again that goes through there. Sun visors, very nice, kind of, it's not soft, it's a bit scratchy material, but the lights are automatic, the car just isn't on. A bit plasticky, cheap, but perhaps like the whole rest of the interior is extremely well built and it feels very, very good. And up here you get some buttons, SOS, kind of help, and the lights, which do turn on now and off because the doors are all closed. And the horn sounds like this. The seats are very, very, very nice in the inside. You've got some good support here on the side bolsters, and as I said, you've got some Alcantara touches here on the side and on the headrest, along with the Peugeot logo, which looks very, very nice. And you've got a weird glove box, which is, it's extremely deep. I'll try and demonstrate. You really have to like move your whole body to get to the bottom of it, so it's quite an interesting design. But I mean, who really cares about glove boxes, really? It's not all that interesting. You do get a lot of space though for your legs, even with space in the back for kids or other people. You get flappy paddles basically on the steering wheel, which is fun, I guess. It's obviously a tiny bit unnecessary for a car of this caliber, but it does add to the sporty feeling when you put it in sport mode and floor it, and you can go. So very nice, actually. I think if people like that, then it's definitely something to be happy of. The driving experience is very good. The steering's super light, and I quite like this steering wheel. It gives you like an awareness of where you are in the steering circle. It's quite nice, to be honest, and the sounds are pretty pleasant from the inside. It does obviously have a electronically generated sound for the engine, but it's a pleasant sound. It sounds nice. And on the dashboard, everyone says that the steering wheel is like in the middle of the dashboard, but it just depends on setting it. If you set it up properly, then it will be totally fine. So that is not a problem in my eyes. It might be for some people who don't know how to move their steering wheel up or down, but if you do, then it's perfect. A thing you do notice is the engine braking is really strong when you get your foot off the gas, so it's a bit unlike some other cars. I'm not sure if this is just all electric dash hybrid dash automatic transmission cars. It does have a 6-speed dual clutch transmission with obviously the flappy paddles, as I've already said before, but it's very pleasant. It's very quiet. It sounds nice. The sound system is also brilliant, and the steering wheel just gives a touch of sportiness, which I really, really like. It absorbs the bumps in the road extremely well, like surprisingly well, which is very, very impressive. The ride quality is lovely as well. A very quiet cabin, along with some super nice and soft suspension. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so integration is seamless. If you've got a phone that is compatible with it, then it will work perfectly, which is very nice. And the ambient lighting is also controllable from the screen there. You can choose from a variety of different colors. It's not 50 different colors, but I think it's around 9 or 10 colors. And if you put it in sports mode, it will automatically go into a kind of red ambient lighting. Here we are at the start line of the 0 to 100 test. Let's see how it does. 3, 2, 1, go. There we are, come on. 70, 80, 90, 100. Very nice. 9.8 seconds we got on the clock. I'll put a little display up there, so you'll probably see how much it exactly is. It sounds lovely. I do really, really like the interior sound of it. And it goes properly. I mean, if you brake boost it as well, it will get off the line very, very fast due to that mild hybrid system. So it's definitely a speedy car. It's got some speed on it, unlike some other new cars. So it's definitely, and it picks up speed quite nice, and it does sound good. Very, very nice. So it's definitely enough to keep up with traffic and on motorways as well. So on the motorway, or going on to the motorway, you will find in a minute I've put it in manual mode. I'm using the flappy paddle gearbox, which is very sporty. I really like it. It's my first time using one. You can just... sounds pretty nice. I do like it quite a lot. So you can definitely merge onto the motorways with speed, no problem, as I will demonstrate in a second. I'm just... or is this even going to be a motorway? It doesn't really matter. Point is, it can keep motorway speeds very well, and it sounds so cool. The adaptive cruise control really makes your life super easy when you're cruising at speeds or going somewhere far away. It will do all the work instead of you. And here we are at 130. This is the speed limit here in Hungary, and the noise is really good. There's hardly any noise inside. The ride is also very, very good. It's just, I can't believe I'm saying this, it's French. I don't like French cars, but it's very, very well put together. It's very well built. You can feel it's well built, and they've put time and effort into the... What a flipping idiot. So, they've put time and effort and quality into the build of this car, and you can definitely feel that. It doesn't feel how I thought it would feel. It doesn't feel like a shabby French car. It feels like a proper well-made car, and that's I think what I really like about it. It's a pleasant surprise, definitely. Put it back into eco mode. the engine calms down a bit, the interior noise also goes down, it's more economic, and boring people like it. But sometimes I guess you just do have to use eco mode, otherwise you'll be draining the fuel tank at a crazy rate. Speaking of fuel tanks, it eats about, well, I've got 7 litres per 100 kilometres now on the clock, but normally if you're driving it properly, not doing silly things, then it can go down to 5 or 6 litres, which is very good for a car of this size. And with this amount of power, it's average, it's perfectly fine. It's a lot less than some other cars which aren't obviously a mild hybrid, because the main point of the mild hybrid is to help it out when you start moving off the line. You don't have to use all of that fuel, it will just be assisted by the electric motor. So it's very economic, it's very smart, it's very well made, and I really do like the ride quality of it as well. And you can even have some fun with it in turns and twists, in sport mode or manual mode, whichever you want to call it. So it's definitely a good car, and I can give it some very good marks. And if you're looking to buy one of these, definitely go and have a look, take it for a test drive. I think you'll most definitely like it. I mean, there's not much to not like about it. Maybe if you've got a huge family, then they can't all fit, or if you're extremely tall and you want to sit in the back for some reason. But apart from that, it is a very solid all-rounder car, daily driver, and even as you saw with the through packing or through loading opportunity, it is even good for long trips. City driving happens with utmost comfort. It is very nice in here. It's actually gone into totally EV mode, so it has absolutely no noise whatsoever. It's very comfortable. You can see on the instrument display the speed limit and how fast you're going, what engines it's using, the different types of displays you can toggle through. I think there's 4 different displays, which is obviously very useful. Some people want to see different things than some other people. As you go up the package options in this 408 GT, you can get a head-up display as well. You can get, as I've mentioned, some bigger engines. I think the top of the line is the 225 horsepower plug-in hybrid version. Obviously the criteria for that is you need to be willing to have a charging station in your house, which isn't a possibility for everybody, but I think this is plenty. If you're not looking for a very fast or extremely nippy car, this is more than enough. You can have fun with it, it can get you smiling, and that's what really matters. I'll demonstrate in a second that parking is also something very easy with this car, as you've got cameras all over the body of the vehicle, and when you're getting close to a wall, it will kind of change to a bird's eye view picture of your parking, so you can perfectly inch out where you want to stop in relation to the wall, so you don't hit the wall. And it does also beep and make all sorts of noises, and you can see the little graphics there of the car. I'm just being very careful, it's my first time parking in this car, but it is very easy with all these assists and aids. And as you will see in a minute, it will turn to a camera that shines down from the top like that, and you can park as close or as far as you want. It's a very nice car, very pleasant to drive in town. As you can see, we'll stop here, let the very kind people of my town go past, and engine turns on and we're off. So the verdict on this car: it is definitely a bold, futuristic and genuinely practical, I can't believe this wind, a bold, futuristic and genuinely practical car. It is absolutely brilliant. I really like the interior, the drive quality, the exterior. It's all very nice. Make sure to check out my giveaway in the description below on Instagram at JMCarReviewsHU. There's a big giveaway going for museum tickets to the BMW, Mercedes, Audi or Porsche factory, museum I mean. So definitely check that out, see how you can enter the giveaway. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed that, make sure to like and subscribe, because I sacrificed being absolutely freezing, and I'll see you all next time.